Derby County are moving swiftly to replace Eiran Cashin with a 23-year-old Norwegian from Lars Jørgen Salvesen's previous team, looking set to join Derby County over the course of the next few days. A rumoured £5 million fee has been agreed with the club, and he looks set to come to Derby County over the course of the next few days, and it looks to be a massive deal for Derby County. Now, we've spoke time and time again about Derby County's budgets and how losing Eiran Cashin could be absolutely massive, and this is just the proof in the pudding. He's 23 years old, same age as Eiran Cashin, 1.9 metres tall, already a Norwegian international. He's valued at €2.5 million, but the deal is rumoured to be about €5 million all in, £5 million all in, sorry, from Derby County. I'll put the tweet up on screen now, which brought my attention to this deal, and what a deal it could be. Is it going to happen today? Maybe. There's been talks about a defender coming in today. Now, obviously, I don't know who that defender is. This is the one that's been brought to my attention over on Twitter. The contract of this player expires in 2027, but that means nothing when you've agreed a fee. Now, we look at his season so far. We look at 24-25 for him at Viking, where he made a ton of appearances. It's not showing me any sort of data or anything for it, but if we look at his career as a whole, 102 appearances, 3 goals, 2 assists, 13 yellows, 8,057 minutes. I'll also put some highlights on screen for you. He can play at centre-back or right-back. He's played across a few different teams over in Scandinavia. Ranheim, Viking, Viking's second team, and he's mainly focused his career over there in Norway, obviously still at that young age of 23. With the connection that he will probably have to Lars Jørgen Salvesen, it's an absolutely really good deal for Derby County. Now, I spoke just earlier today about Eiran Cashin's move out of the club and how the fee would be absolutely massive for Derby County in order to create that sort of buzz around the club again, to be able to create proper high quality chances to stay in this division. And this is a move which is massive. It's a move which ultimately people will be looking at Eiran Cashin going and thinking, oh, hang on, we've got a Norwegian for half the price, same age, that could potentially be just as good. Now, you will have seen some highlights on screen. They're probably still playing as we're talking, and for me, this deal is incredible. Got another 10, 15 years in the game, and this could be a takeover not just from Eiran Cashin but also from Curtis Nelson, and that is massive for Derby County because we've obviously spoke about Curtis Nelson's injury and how disappointing that has been to lose a player like Curtis Nelson, but a right-footed centre-half in Sondre Langas to come in and take that position. Matt Clark coming in to take the other side from Eiran Cashin. Still believe we probably need another centre-half with obviously Nat Phillips not really sure on his injury situation. So it's a big talking point, and it is a massive fee. £5 million is the most we've spent since signing Kamil Jóźwiak back in, I believe it was 2020. I believe that was from Lech Poznan in Poland. And this is a massive deal for Derby County because this is half of the Eiran Cashin transfer fee that we're going to essentially be guaranteed. And if we look further forward for Derby County, we have £5 million to play with to bring in central midfielders, wingers, another striker, maybe a left fullback. And these are all things which Paul Warne is going to have to do over the course of the next couple of weeks. Well, it's not even the next couple of weeks. We're on the 31st of January as I'm recording this video. It is 2 o'clock. Obviously, no deal has been announced for Derby County yet, but this deal looks to be the closest of them all. 6'3", Norwegian international. What a player this could be. And what a replacement for Eiran Cashin. What a replacement for Curtis Nelson. And it's deals like this which sort of open up your eyes as a Derby County fan to sort of go, well, hang on a minute, why aren't we competing? Why? And I understand that this deal probably has only become available due to the situation with Eiran Cashin moving on, but it's a really important deal, and I'm actually kind of glad to see that David Clowes is putting that transfer fee back into the football club, because we have heard time and time again that some player sales have gone on club losses and things like that. There's been those sort of rumours. Nothing sort of confirmed, but obviously we've heard those rumours. He does turn 24 in just a few days' time, but what a birthday present this will be for the lad to come into Derby County, and he'll essentially come in and be a starting centre-half straight away. The connection that he probably already has between himself himself and Lars Jørgen Selverson will be really, really interesting to see. If I can I would actually like to find out to see how many times they've actually played together. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that within this video, but we will try and take a look. It's obviously a massive, massive deal. And a lot of people are going to think, well, hang on a minute, how big is this? Why is this deal so big? And it's because, obviously, you look at Derby County and the situation they're in right now of a relegation battle, essentially. And the big question will always be, how are Derby County going to get themselves out of it? That will always be the discussion. Now, the last time he played was obviously back in December, where he was... Did he come on? I'm just checking if he came on. I can't see his name. Yes, he started at centre-half. Selverson started up front. They drew 1-1. And it's one of those for me where if we can find out his details for this season, that would obviously be really good. Matches, played 30, started 30. He was in Team of the Week twice. Scored once, got 0 assists, but did create big chances. Obviously, it's defending that is the important one. 7 clean sheets, 0.8 interceptions per game, 0.8 tackles per game, 4.1 balls recovered, 4.3 clearances, only 1 error leading to a goal, and only 4 errors leading to shots. He's had a fairly decent season, averaging a 7.02 according to SofaScore. But it's one of those for me where what a deal this could be for Derby County. Really moving us forward, taking us into that sort of next step. Now, obviously the big question will then be, if we are to go down in 6 months' time, this is a massive player to sort of keep for League One, to be able to battle our way back up. We've seen clubs make these moves for foreign players and things like that, and I do think that it's important that Derby County have got themselves on that ladder, especially for if we go down, because you look at some of the players we've brought in for some of the fees. Kenzo Holdmine was £600,000, remember. Ibu Adams, £500,000, but obviously he was from the Championship. You obviously then go on to Zetterstrom, £1.5 million. Selverson, £800,000, and he looks like a real steal at the moment. And the big thing for me is making sure that Derby County keep pushing with what they're doing in this European market, whether we stay up or go down, whether Warren's the manager or not the manager. It looks like this is going to be a really, really important deal for Derby County, and one which is going to push us forward to that next level. Really important to get in a centre-half, given our defensive issues at the moment, not just because we're leaking goals, but also because we're losing to our best defensive partnership over the course of the last 18 months, with Curtis Nelson being out with that ACL injury and Eiran Cashin moving on to Brighton. Now, what a season we could potentially have. We need a turnaround, and it's going to have to come with these transfers over the course of the next few days. I believe we've got 17 games remaining in the Championship, and Paul Warner's got to find a way to make this football club pick up, in my opinion, at 22, I think, points it is. I think we're on 28 at the moment, so we need to hit that 50 mark for me, and then we should be safe and sound. Now, obviously, you can let me know your thoughts on this potential signing down in the comments. A £5 million bid is believed to have been accepted for Derby County. Will he be signing for Derby County before the deadline? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell to stay tuned for all of my latest Derby County content and transfer news coming your way this January.